James and Emily inherit a grand but dilapidated manor named Ashwood Hall from a distant relative, despite ominous warnings from the local townsfolk. Eager to restore the old estate, they move in and soon begin to experience a series of unsettling occurrences. Doors mysteriously left open, items vanishing only to reappear in odd places, and cold drafts chilling the air, particularly in the East Wing. Emily is disturbed by fleeting glimpses of a child's reflection in mirrors, while James is plagued by vivid nightmares of the manor's former inhabitants, who seem to be trapped in a time loop of despair. The tension escalates one night when the couple is awakened by the eerie sound of a child's laughter echoing through the halls, prompting them to explore the manor's attic. There they discover a hidden room filled with dusty toys and a diary belonging to a little girl named Alice, who recounts the tragic history of her cursed family. The curse, brought upon by a wronged woman, has trapped the spirits of the family within the manor, with Alice's spirit being particularly restless. Realizing they must break the curse to free the spirits, James and Emily perform a ritual involving the burning of Alice's diary. But as they do so, the manor comes alive with the tormented cries of its former inhabitants. The ritual seemingly succeeds, and the couple finds peace in the following days. But Emily begins to suspect that the curse may not be fully lifted when she notices a child's handprint on the inside of their bedroom mirror, suggesting that Alice's spirit might still be trapped within the manor, leaving a haunting ambiguity over their future. Sarah, Mark, and Lisa, a trio of urban explorers, decide to spend a night in the infamous Blackwood Sanitarium, an abandoned asylum with a dark history of unethical experiments and mysterious patient deaths. As they venture deeper into the decaying building, they come across disturbing remnants of its past, including patient records detailing gruesome treatments and a chilling atmosphere that grows increasingly oppressive. Mark begins to act strangely, as if something in the asylum is influencing him, while Sarah and Lisa hear disembodied voices, see fleeting shadows, and feel a malevolent presence following them. The group becomes separated, each member experiencing terrifying encounters with the spirits of the tortured patients, who remain trapped in a nightmarish limbo. Sarah stumbles upon a hidden underground lab where she uncovers the asylum's horrifying secret. The experiments were attempts to open a portal to another dimension, which left the spirits of those who died trapped between worlds. As the spirits grow more aggressive, Sarah and Lisa realize they must close the portal to escape with their lives. In a desperate bid to end the nightmare, they perform a ritual found in the lab's records, narrowly escaping the asylum as it collapses in on itself. However, their relief is short-lived as they begin to experience strange occurrences back home, suggesting that the asylum's curse has followed them, leaving them haunted by the spirits they failed to fully exorcise. In the remote village of Blackwood Hollow, a dark curse had plagued the community for centuries, believed to be the vengeful wrath of a witch named Morgana, who had been unjustly executed long ago. Morgana, a healer, was accused of witchcraft when a deadly plague struck the village, and in her final moments, she cursed the village, vowing that her spirit would return to exact revenge. Every few generations, the curse would manifest, marking certain individuals with strange symbols on their skin, signaling them as sacrifices to Morgana's restless spirit. These marked individuals were often accused of witchcraft and condemned by the terrified villagers, who believed that their deaths would appease the curse. Eliza, a kind and beautiful young woman, became the latest victim, when she woke up one morning to find mysterious symbols etched into her skin. The villagers, gripped by fear, quickly turned on her, accusing her of being a witch. She was imprisoned, awaiting trial, and the village descended into chaos as crops failed, livestock died, and strange occurrences spread panic among the people. The villagers believed that executing Eliza was the only way to lift the curse, and a mob began to form, demanding her death. Henry, a visiting scholar interested in the village's dark history, was intrigued by Eliza's case. He had met her briefly and was convinced that she was innocent. Henry requested to visit Eliza in her cell and, after seeing the marks on her skin, recognized them as ancient symbols used in binding rituals. As he delved deeper into the village's history, Henry uncovered the truth. The curse was not just a simple act of vengeance, but a powerful ritual that bound Morgana's spirit to the village. The marks on Eliza's skin identified her as the next sacrifice to appease the curse. Realizing that Eliza was a victim rather than the cause, Henry searched for a way to break the curse. He found an ancient ritual that could sever the bond between Morgana's spirit and the village, but it required the participation of the entire community. On the day of the trial, as the mob gathered in the village square, Henry confronted the villagers, explaining that Eliza's death would only strengthen the curse. He urged them to perform the ritual with him, offering a chance to end the curse once and for all. The villagers, desperate and uncertain, agreed to follow Henry's lead. That night, they gathered around a large bonfire in the village square, where Morgana had been executed centuries ago. Henry recited the incantations from the ancient tome, and the villagers, one by one, offered tokens of their life force into the flames. As the ritual progressed, the symbols on Eliza's skin began to glow, and the air grew thick with tension. Suddenly, Morgana's spirit appeared in the flames, her face twisted with anger and sorrow. The villagers recoiled in fear, but Henry stood firm, pleading with the spirit to release the village from the curse. Morgana's spirit wavered as she looked at Eliza, recognizing her as another victim. The flames flickered, and for a moment, it seemed as though Morgana might relent. In the end, the ritual succeeded, and Morgana's spirit faded away, leaving the village in an eerie silence. The marks on Eliza's skin slowly disappeared, and the curse was lifted. The villagers, now free from Morgana's wrath, were left to contemplate the cost of their fear and the centuries of suffering they had endured. Eliza was released, and Henry departed the village, knowing that the darkness that had gripped Blackwood Hollow for so long had finally been vanquished.